Ez legalább le lehetett fordítani. Nagy nehezen. A másikkal elbínáztam. Nézzük.
Ciao, I'm Julia Kay. I'm glad you are here. Nobody has visited me in ages. It's been years now. I must tell you my story, but I don't know where to begin. There is so much that I should start from my childhood, but my memories of these times are vague. I only remember the summer of 1929, when they sent me off to stay with my nanny.
Nanny, will you tell me the story of the White Lady?
No, little sparrow. Not tonight. A fog is coming, see?
Yes, I know that when it's foggy, the lady kills young women. But why is she so evil?
You see, Julia, pain and suffering can make us do evil things, even if we're not actually bad.
Just like soldiers have to kill other soldiers. I like the lady, I've decided, Nanny. She must be in so much pain. The poor dear. She still scares me a little, though. Soon I'll be a young woman, and she could kill me. Does she kill those who love her?
Of course not.
That makes me feel better because I love her. But what about Martha? Would she be in danger?
Your sister is with your mother, so do not worry. Do you miss them?
No. I mean, yes, I miss Martha a little, but I love spending time with you.
Now, go to sleep, little sparrow. It's getting late.
Okay, Nanny. I'll go to sleep and dream of the lady. Was she beautiful?
She was beautiful. Yes, very much so.
Then she'll be beautiful in my dreams. And will I be beautiful just like her?
You'll be even more beautiful.
Listen, Nanny. Since the lady won't harm me because I love her, and since you're not a young woman, could you tell me her story? Even if it's foggy outside. Please. Oh, please. Then I'll sleep. I promise.
Oh, all right. You always get your own way.
I loved Nanny and I loved that story. Every time I heard it, it sounded like a new and more mesmerizing tale. Every night I would ask her to tell me about it, even though it scared me. Even now I can remember every single day of that time and how happy I was.
According to an ancient legend, the lakes of the area are haunted by the spirit of a young woman who was killed by the man she loved. She was expecting a lover's stroll by the lake, gazing out at the old tree growing on the lake's island. So much hope and desire, but death, not love, was awaiting her. In despair, the man confessed he had killed her out of jealousy. So he was hanged on the small island, in the middle of the very same lake where he had killed the girl. They searched everywhere, but the girl's body was never found. Since then, her spirit, known as the White Lady, has been imprisoned in the depths of the lake. She grieves eternally for the loss of the man she loved. When fog arises, the White Lady is known to leave the waters of the lake and roam the woods, looking for her long-lost love in vain. Within the fog of dawn, hunters have claimed to hear the wailing of a woman in the distance. Every time the sad memory of the night she perished stirs in her soul, she takes the life of a young woman by slaying such a life in its youth. Even just for an instant, the lady feels free from the burden of her pain.
Good night, Nanny.
Good night, my love.
I spent almost 3 years with the nanny, but when I came home, I quickly forgot how to be happy. My memories do not return until 15 years later, in 1944, when I stayed in that house. I enjoyed setting up cameras in the woods by the lake. My father created a device that attached to the cameras. It would make them take pictures at set intervals. I was trying to photograph animals, or whatever else was in that damned place. Reel off the film.
What?
Open the camera. Remove the old roll of film. Put the new film in. Close the camera. Load the film. Activate the timer. Almost ready. Now to bring the image into focus. There's something floating on the surface of the water. If I frame it better, I might be able to see what it is.
Okej. Ah. És ott a szörny.
What? Is that a person? I must help them. I was horrified at the idea that someone might have drowned in my lake. The lake was my world, where I would spend entire days daydreaming. I would lose myself in my thoughts, but that was a rude awakening. So terrible.
Milyen szépen átöltöztünk. Jönöm. Ja. De mit lebegsz itt? Gyere szépen kifele.
I instantly noticed that the person was wearing one of my dresses. I was scared. I dragged that lifeless body as best as I could to the shore, trying not to drown myself. Only when I lifted her in my arms did I realize who she was. It was my sister, my twin, a part of me, dead. Impossible to comprehend. I was desperate. I didn't know what to do or to think. I have to stay calm. Martha is not dead. It's not possible. It's not true. There's no need to worry.
Nem úgy néz ki.
Everything is fine.
Figyelj már, lila a bőre.
Everything will be fine. We have to stay calm. Martha is not dead. Martha, February 26th, 1923.
Is everything okay?
Are you hurt?
What are you doing?
Go, Eric! Run!
My parents ran towards me. My mother hugged me. She, who detested me, was now cuddling me. Her warmth filled me with life, and the pain became bearable. I felt protected. Martha, are you okay? She asked me, speaking slowly in order to let me read her lips. She thought I was deaf. She thought I was Martha. I didn't want the moment to fade, so I meekly nodded my head. I didn't realize I had done something that couldn't be undone. I would have to pretend to be Martha forever. Who gives life to the dying, let your sacrifice of love be offered for Martha's soul. Into your hands I also entrust my spirit, so that I may be reunited with her in perpetual light, to never suffer the desolation of purgatory. Please grant her eternal rest, O Lord, and may eternal light shine upon her.
Eerie, did you remember to light the candles in the hall? People will be here soon.
Mummy always finds something for everyone to do. The only way people could tell Martha and me apart was by dressing differently. Even Mother couldn't tell us apart.
Akkor megyünk Julia.
This painter was a friend of Grandpa's. I always loved his paintings. As a child, I used to look at them for hours.
Uppi.
Mummy and Daddy. They are the epitome of wealth and elegance. But pain pays no heed to money and style. Books, books, and more books. In our villa, there must be 10 times more than even here.
Ő ki? Jaj, igaz. Te ki vagy?
Daddy must be devastated. He loves me. I messed up and now I have to watch him suffer my death.
Ah.
I can at least light the candles and let him find some comfort in sleep. These hunting rifles are not Daddy's. He never went hunting. Nanny must have left them here.
Dadus. Nem egy hülye sport, de oké. Öngyújtó? Igen. Ja, mennem kell így gyertyát gyújtogatni. Bocs.
When you're done, can you come and get the flowers, please? Or send Martha if you like.
Never a moment's peace. Even at a time like this. She can't sit still for a second.
Jó, menjünk a
Daddy's
virágokért.
oboe. We were preparing a really nice duet together. On the rare occasions he's at home, that is.
Ó, Fater zenész? Nagyon jó. Mármint zenélget. Bocs. Igen?
July 17th, 1944. Our family is deeply saddened and is thinking of you during this extremely difficult time. Ernesto E. and family. When Mum...
Jó, amúgy megyek már. Basszom. Elmékednék meg minden. Jössz a hülye virágaiddal. Eddig... Mit csináltál? Na. Ne. Erre se vagy képes. Behozhattad volna, ha már itt vagy.
Everything always has to be perfect with her.
Parla Londra.
Na.
Trasmettiamo alcuni messaggi speciali. Felice non è felice. È cessata la pioggia. La mia barba è bionda.
Hát, köszönöm.
Londra. Abbiamo trasmesso alcuni messaggi speciali.
Oké. Állja, nézelődjünk tovább. Hát a muti megmondja, hogy mit akar a világgal. Nem mondjam. Ennyi volt. Elröpent a pillanat. Puter. Ez miattad van. Mit csinálják ezzel a csokor gazzal? Kibaszom az ablakon. Figyelj már, kérjük a vendégségbe este. Csak érdeklődök, nem tudom zavarna. Egy külön templomtornyunk is van. Olyan gazdagok vagyunk.
Who closed the door?
Mutter kizárt a picsába. Mondta, hogy lassú vagy.
Erich, Erich, wake up. Do you think it's appropriate to sleep here, of all places?
What? Hmm? Yes. I must have fallen asleep.
What are
Bizonyára.
they talking about? You can't stay here forever. Why don't you go to bed?
No, no. I want to stay with my daughter.
Your daughter? Your daughter? You have another daughter, you know. The one who's still alive. Remember?
What are you talking about, Irene? Julia is dead. What kind of comment is that? How can you?
You should be thinking about Martha. Julia harmed Martha. You know that, right? And as if that were not enough, she has now also abandoned her.
It's the same old story. Everything is always Julia's fault, isn't it? Her
Lucky Queen.
fault for Martha being deaf and for you being infertile. Do you think it's the right time for this? Julia is dead, Irene. Dead. Someone killed her. Do you realize that?
Of course I realize. I get it. Do you think I'm stupid? No one understands it better than me. She always brought problems. Only problems. It would have been better if she hadn't been born at all. You're crazy.
I'm the crazy one? Me?
Várjál, te sánka süketné
You've
magad?
done this to get at me, yes. Your death is all my fault. All I could ever do for you was hurt you, Julia. My poor, sweet, crazy girl. What will I do without you? What will life be like now? All the time I didn't spend with you. But now I'm home. We can go fishing together. We can take pictures of butterflies. No. We can't do anything together anymore, can we? Nothing. I miss you, Julia. I miss you.
While American bombings continue to devastate the peaceful towns within the Elsa Valley, we have heard some tragic news from the area of La Ramola. The young daughter of German Army General Erich K. murdered near her home. What possible reason could there have been behind such a cowardly act? This is what the Carabinieri, who immediately intervened, hope to find out.
Mother didn't seem to suffer from the situation. All she cared about was that my death was so painful for Martha. But not having me around anymore must have been a great relief to her. At the end of the day, it was better for everyone that it was me who died. And it was better for me too that people thought that. But the guilt began to consume me. That's when I started having horrible nightmares.
Csak Márta felé kell mennünk. Na jó, menjünk Márta felé. Tessék. Nem találtam még. Igen. Jó, akkor én. Én? Vannak bajok a kislányjal, hogy éneket álmodok. Undi. Azt kéne megtudni, hogy miért nem szeretnek minket a szüleink, mármint anyánk.
It was just a dream. A horrible dream. That horrendous woman and the face of my sister. I wish all of this was a dream and my sister is just sleeping in her bed. Instead, her bed is empty and this is reality. This is Martha and me at the festival of the patron saint. It was only a few months ago, and now... Martha had asked for a picture of me to put in this frame. She wanted me to do one of those expressions of mine that made her laugh. Expressions that she couldn't quite imitate. She used to say that those were the signs of my soul. Can a photo capture the soul? Can I capture Martha's soul?
Awesome.
Scary fairy tales. Everything seems to be scary lately. Yet everything here is so beautiful and bright.
Mm-hmm.
This is Martha's trinket box. It could contain something that will help to figure out what happened.
Uh-huh. Kell egy kulcs.
Even more scary fairy tales.
Hol a kulcs? Á, hogy egy szobánk volt, csak most akkor A-ból átjöttünk B-be? Értem. Valahogy nem tudtuk elrejteni, nem? Igen.
Martha's clothes. To me, wearing them will be like having her with me. Mummy will also be happy to see them. Or I could wear my clothes in the other wardrobe.
Kész. Hol lehet a kulcs? Itt nincs. Ez az elmosódás az nagyon jó, csak nem kell.
It's July 18th.
Oké.
Oh gosh, if Mummy sees this picture, she'll throw it away for sure. It's me and Lapo. I want to see him as soon as possible so we can mourn Martha's death together. The butterfly collection that Daddy made for me.
Neked is van egy ládikád?
I always keep my trinket box locked.
Mert akkor nálas ugyanaz a bizsúdoboz van. Oké.
I'm already dressed.
Na, menjünk ezen fel.
Everything I need is always in my bag. Before I leave the room, I should probably take a good look around.
Valamit még nem találtunk meg. Közjáték.
Here's the whole family together. A very rare thing indeed.
Aha. Honnan jön a zene? A sarokból. Az igen. Ennyi, mehetünk. Zárva. Akkor nem mehetünk.
It's me with the nanny. Or maybe it was Martha. No one can remember.
Oké. Elhallgatott a zene. Na, akkor meg vagyunk? Nem, még mindig nem vagyunk meg.
It's about 9:30.
Az megtörtént.
Our beautiful home. In spite of everything, I prefer being here.
Még.
Nanny will be visiting me soon.
Oké. Ja. Ott a kulcs. Hol értem ma?
The key to my trinket box. Here is my diary. July 12th, 1944. This is a new diary. We moved here today and I forgot my old one back at home. But that's okay. A new chapter in my life, a new diary. They say they brought us here for our own safety. Daddy, the war, and everything else. Nanny gave us her house and she went to look after the mansion. It's weird being back here after so many years. I remember Nanny telling me the fairy tale of the Lady of the Lake. It's one of the few happy memories I have from when I was little. Nanny isn't here and that's a shame, but Martha is here with me. I also get to see Lapo more often, which is wonderful. He's always hanging around here. Mum is thankfully too preoccupied with fixing up the house to worry about me. At least for now. July 16th, 1944. There's something creepy about the woods. Every time I'm at the lake, I get a strange feeling. Maybe it's the legend of the White Lady playing tricks on me. I get weird ideas. I think that there is this presence. Then I think I'm just being crazy. Anyway, crazy or not, I want to take some pictures. I'm not scared. In fact, I'd say I'm excited. I've made arrangements with Martha. She's coming to the lake with me tomorrow to set up 2 new cameras with timers, and we'll see what we can photograph. Not before a good swim, of course. To be honest, Martha doesn't like photography all that much, and recently she's gone off swimming too. But she does like spending time with me by teasing me. Then, when she gets bored, she disappears into her books, and I do my own thing. We feel right when we're together. July 16th, 1944. There's something creepy about the woods. July 12th, 1944.
Nem.
July 16th.
Ah, kösz.
Yes, Erich. I'll be right there. I'm just going upstairs to call Martha down for breakfast.
Új.
Fine, but I'm not sure we should let her sleep all day. What do you think? What did you say? Okay, I won't wake her up. I'll just turn on her light. So when she wakes up, she'll know when to come down for breakfast.
They really think I'm Martha and I can't hear them. I need to be careful not to talk, or I will be in serious trouble.
Neki azt mondjuk, hogy süketnek vagyunk. Szia, ajtó. Jó kinyíltál. Várjál már ezt a elmosódást, ezt... Nem. Videó. Kösz. Nem lesz sokkal jobb, de...
How wonderful the snow is. Unfortunately, it doesn't snow often around here.
Bekapcsoltam, vagy csak akartam beállítások? Ennek aztán mindegy. Hát még jobb lett, mint volt. Hajó.
Dad loves these prints of Florence. I find them a bit sad. It's locked. Strange. Why did they lock my room?
Már meghaltál. Várj, akkor ez kinek a szobája? Furcsák vagytok ti nekem. És csak itt alszatok, és utána meg van egy ilyen mindennapos... Mi? Tudunk futni, azt mondta. Jó, vagy ez nem futás, ez... Szép itt mindent.
Martha's breakfast is ready. We can go.
Yes, yes. It's getting late.
Did you leave the newspaper for Martha? You know how much she likes reading it.
Yes, Irena. It's on the table, can't you see?
And that camera, are you leaving it there?
Yes, Irena. Can't you leave it there for a few more days? Do you mind? It was for Julia. I will take it away soon. I promise. The sword makes me so sad. Seeing it there is as if... I don't know how to explain it.
All right. But let's go now. We have too much to do. We can't stay here all day talking.
Mummy is right, though. Martha always read everything. It's me who will now read the newspaper instead. They'll be out all day. The funeral preparations will take them a long time. Everything is more complex with the war. Over the next few days, I will see little to nothing of them.
Célok megtekintése. Olvassunk. Aztán majd megyünk a kertbe.
Brutal assassination in San Casciano. Julia Kay, a young woman from a respectable family, brutally murdered near her home. Carabinieri investigates. A possible political motive emerges. Martha was not killed by politics or war. She was killed by something much closer and much less clear. I will find out the truth. Firm bulwark even in the skies. 159 aircraft of the Germanic defense shot down in 24 hours. Major Russian operation northwest of Jassy. Enemy convoy lost in the Mediterranean. 2 destroyers and 6 merchant vessels sunk. Julia Kay.
Ez már volt.
First improvements in food registration. Bread rations increased by 50 grams per day as of April 20th. A kilo more every month of soup ingredients. Reforms to the treatment of agricultural workers and an unexpected distribution of jam.
Oké. Megnézzük a gazdasági híreket, és akkor most megyünk a kertbe. Valahol Pater hagyott
I liked watching Nanny as she cooked. I always picked up loads of techniques.
Akkor a reggelizés az most kimarad? Hogy lesz ez? Így omorra menjek a kertbe?
We are so lucky. In these difficult times, pantries are empty and people are going hungry. But with a German general for a father, food is never scarce.
Előhívó szoba.
Daddy set up his darkroom here. He doesn't take photos anymore because of his work, but photography is still his true passion. I'm allowed to use the darkroom when I want to.
Nice.
There are 3 baths when developing photos. The development bath, then the first rinse, and then the fixing bath. The second rinse is done directly in the sink afterwards.
Mhm.
Before I can use the enlarger, I should take a photo. Daddy had this device brought here last week. It's old, but still works. He has always loved everything technological.
Azt hiszem, ebben az időben még ilyen drótszalag volt, nem ez? Jó, hát ezt is be kéne valahogy egy kicsit olajozni. Aztán van búj.
These workbenches fascinate me. I would love to learn carpentry. This is where Nanny's husband made my dolls.
Hol a fényképezőgép? Az igen, fater. Hát van borod.
When I was little, these barrels seemed enormous. I thought I could live inside one.
Levél.
Lorenzini haberdashery. 5 meters of grey cotton fabric. 6 meters of white linen fabric.
Igen.
4 meters of green satin. Delivered on June 5th, 1944. In the event of an issue, contact us on the number 6987. And this red fabric? It's not been mentioned. Could this also be one of Mummy's, or could the nanny have left it here?
Porgy Bonsi, on the day of St. Alexis, the battle rages in the city tormented by Anglo-American bombing.
Florence, July 15th, 1944. General Erich K. As per our prior agreement, we are sending you military encrypted communication material. The device must remain hidden and secret. Hail. Feld Mascherallo, Carl H.
Több szálon futnak itt a dolgok. Kamra. Fényképezőgép. Elmentem mellette. Bocsi.
Bread, butter, jam, and coffee. Martha's typical breakfast. I prefer honey and milk, but I'll have to adapt to her tastes, obviously.
De most nincs rakéton. Mennyi a szavazat mézet?
For Julia to take more and more photos, Dad. I can verify that the camera is still working by taking a photo. I could photograph a sparrow. There are so many of them out here. Chocolate, a privilege for few people in these times.
Okay. Akkor
There might be birds around the little wall in front of the house. I always put crumbs on it for them.
gyönyörű a táj. Azon is egy nyílt a füvet. De itt barlagon azt minden. Szia, madárka! Első egy kívánt és nyomnak ahhoz, hogy lehet nyomni. Első képet kiegészíteni. Képen. Nagyon jó lesz horizontálisba. Dőlésszög. Az igen. A dőlésre nem akarok. Kicsit feljel. Így. Meg kell várnunk éles, hát igen. Meg hogy? Kicsit tegyük ki a madárkát így. Oké. Hogy így látszik ki. Ó, tudom sötétíteni meg minden. Pozíció. Így jó. Túl messze van. Mi? Fókusz. Várjál még, hát még sehol nem tartunk. Végtelen legyen? Mondjuk legyen végtelen. Igen. El fog repülni a madár. Igen. Forgatás, magasság, dőlésszög. Akkor nem.
Excellent. I've taken the picture. Now it's straight to the dark room in the cellar to print it.
Na menjünk.
Daddy recently became a general in the German army. He used to take pictures on the front lines, but now he gives me the materials to take photographs instead. Now that Martha is gone, only this camera can fix my ideas and my memories. I can't allow myself to forget.
Ez legalább tud lépcsőzni. Úristen. Fantasztikus. Jövök már. Há. Ja igen, először ki kell. Á, hogy ezt így. Jó, ott vagyok. Papír mutatása, igen, nagyítás, beállítása. Így, fókusz beállítása. Jó.
I can't develop the photo like this.
Miért nem? A kártya nincs a helyén. Melyik kártya? Köszönjük. Az igen. Na szép. Stresszeljél is.
Not a bad photograph. It seems that the camera works perfectly. Now I can take a self-timed photo for Martha's frame.
Ügy. Na, ez is megtanultuk. Fel tudunk fényképezni. Na, mit csináljunk? Keret fényképezőgép? Igen, próbáld ki a fényképezőgépet. Oké. Otto. Hát most volt valami időzítő. Az meg kim volt a... Az állványban meg az idő... Értem már. És kimegyünk, és most fotózunk még egy csak az időzítővel. Hol látjuk az állványt? Nem itt láttuk? Aha, ott fotóztak a madarat, és akkor oda tudunk menni. Értem. Jó. Arra ne jól emlékezni, hogy hol láttuk az állványt. Nem? Állvány, hol vagy? Nem emlékszem rá. Ja, lent a pincébe. Jó, megvan már. Megyek már. Mindjárt ott vagyok. Ezt elolvasom majd. Így van. És akkor most csinálunk ki portrét.
Camera is set up with the self-timer.
Hívjuk elő.
It's always a thrill to develop a photo. You can't see anything at first, yet something invisible is captured on the black film. A kind of ghost. That invisible breath then returns to reveal the reality from which it was torn. There are those who say that photography steals the soul or captures it. That's why they used to photograph the dead. But nowadays, almost nobody does it anymore. Even if it's just a delusion, I want to photograph Martha. I want to have a small reflection of who she was with me. But I have to do it secretly or they'll think I'm crazy.
Meg vagyunk. És ott a szörny. Még nem tudjuk. Gyönyörű fénykép.
Yes, this is me. No one was ever able to tell us apart. But I never had the slightest doubt, and nor did Martha. It's strange how what identifies us most deeply is not visible to anyone.
Ipa. Most akkor fölmegyünk és belevágjuk a képet a képkeretbe?
I was obsessively thinking about Martha and what had happened. But suddenly, a thought took control. The memory of that day at the lake was becoming more and more like a dream when, after awakening, the image becomes more and more faded. Could it be that the memories were a figment of the mind? Had I been the one that hurt my sister? I had always envied her, and now I had taken her identity. I experienced a suffocating pattern of thoughts. I decided to go straight to the lake to retrieve the film rolls. They would tell a different story, I was sure. But deep down, I kept hoping they would confirm my fading memory. course the door is locked. The keys aren't hanging on the lock as usual, then they will be in Daddy's study. We live in fear now. My parents are not going to let me go to the lake anymore after Martha's death. So this is the right time. I need to know. The self-doubt I feel is eating me up.
A tekercs. Jó, az megvan. Aha. Á, igen. Még akartunk.
Hell! For a moment I thought I saw... No, that's not possible. There must be this whole situation making me see things that don't exist. It's dark and I can't turn on the light. It's dangerous. I'll need a flash for the camera. I can look for it amongst Daddy's things in the room below his bedroom.
Akkor még vakú is kell? Én kapcsolsz lámpát? Nem kapcsolok lámpát, mert így sokkal izgalmasabb. Ez most a vaku. Ez a konyha, ez nem Potternek a dolgozószobája, ahol a dolgozószoba. Hát pedig több ajtó nincs. Nincs nyitva.
I don't have the courage to use the phone. Not right now.
Akkor gyújtsd meg a kandelárit. Úgy. Hol van Potternek a dolgozószobája? Potter! Hova a faszomra rejtőztél? Dolgozószobáddal együtt. Hálószoba alatt. Várja. Térkép. Tudok nagyítani? Nem. A házról nincsen térkép, csak úgy érteklődök. Nem igazság. Na jó, akkor vágunk. Mi nem tudunk villany kapcsolni, ezt mond már el nekem te játék. Az én szobám. Hopp, meg vagyunk. Szóval az Fater, itt a vaku. Itt. Meg kell egy kulcs.
Here's the camera flash. Now I can photograph Martha even in the dark.
Szép munka. Ez egy ilyen akfa reklám, úgy érzem.
Daddy's stuff. War maps. I've heard everything will play out on this new defensive line.
Az jó, hogy így kirakta. Ó, kulcs. Á, milyen hangulatos. Most akarunk oda menni? Mi kapcsoltuk le a lámpát? Jó, hogy ti itt alszotok. Nem vagyok itt. Akart tűnünk a napló. Nézzük már meg. Igen.
July 18th. Everything has changed. I feel like a different person. The best part of me left with Martha. My enthusiasm, my desire to live, and the will to joke around. I find myself alone, left to my own devices, confused with no desire or expectations. I was handling the cameras at the lake and there was a floating body on the water. I don't remember what I was doing before. Yet another memory lapse. That lifeless body was Martha's, my sister. Mummy ran up to me and hugged me, thinking I was Martha and that I, Julia, was dead. I didn't correct her mistake and now it's too late. If they find out I've been fooling everyone, I don't even want to think about it. I feel terribly guilty pretending to be Martha, pretending to be dead. I took the photo for Martha's frame. I know it's too late now, and I felt incredible pain placing the picture. I said goodbye to her forever in that moment. I realized she was gone, and there was no going back. I must do one thing for Martha. I must find out what happened. The partisans couldn't have killed her. That's just ridiculous. Lapo is my friend, and he is one of them. He loved us so much. We know all of them, so it's just impossible.
Ja, bocsánat. Lélek a képen. Hajjá is felejtettem. Hol a vakú? Na mindegy. Ó. Várjál már, a Bakuval most akkor mi a passzom van? Tedd el. Nem értem. Nem csináltam meg. És akkor a Bakut nem ide kell, nem a... Nem tudom. Nem, mert a fényképezőgépről vettük le. Hogy fogom fölrakni a Bakut? Alanya keretben van, igen. Nekem is ez a bajom, hogy túl sötét. Nem tudom, hogy kell a Bakut felrakni. Nem. Menjünk vissza, szerintem ott vagy ott hagytuk, vagy én nem tudom. Na jó, akkor csak mennünk kell a tóhoz. Nem tudom. Nem akarja a játék. Lefotózzuk még Mártát. Menjünk a tóhoz, így is van. A sötétbe szeretek menni, meg ködbe. Hát, ha megölnek.
The forest is very dark. The light will not be enough. Better to use the gas lamp.
Jó, jó, jó. És az hol van? Lámpa. Úgy, igen, általában bejárt közép, azt lát. Jövök már, gázlámpa. Egyes csak fél. Volt citromfa. Kösz. Jó, felemegyünk. Messze van még. Vagy nem? Messze van még. Egyenesen kell mennünk végig. Hát ott van egy kanyar. Igen. Jobbra-balra tarts.
I love the night, but this night scares me. In the dark, I can feel all the harm I've caused. It's getting closer with each step. I feel it brushing up against me like a cold wind. I hurt Martha. The closer I get to the lake, the more certain I am of this. How could it not be? I killed her to steal the love that everyone felt for her but didn't feel for me. How could I have done such a thing?
Értem, de jó fele megyek? Jó fele megyek. Nem, mert a vakon nem működik, hagyja végén. Aha. Nem. Na most kezdünk el eltévedni. Milyen működik az egy gombnyomásra? Jó felemész pedig.
Oh no! Damn lamp! Luckily I still have my lighter with me.
Szia! Várjál meg. Nem akarja a térképet. Először menjünk. Nem, ez lesz a vége. Először menjünk balra. Egyébként nem lehet egy gomnyomással, igen. Egy gomnyomással előhívni. Nem.
The cameras are somewhere around
Várj egy kicsit, jó?
here.
Feladat frissítve, mi van?
A shred of fabric here in the woods. How strange. Let's take a photo of the 2 cameras left.
Mondjuk ezt el tudjuk fotózni. Jó. Éles is. Csak
How could it have ended up here? It looks familiar. One more camera to collect.
ja, te jó sok kamerát használtatok. Nézzük. Igen. Ezek feljebb van itt az úton. Jövök pár kamera, egyet se félj. Ott is van.
That's it. I've got them all. These films are going to help me understand what happened. Now I should rush home to develop them.
Balra kell menni. Egy cigit. Menjünk balra. Hatalmas is oké, az előrébb volt. Tök jó úton jár. Na menjünk. Figyelj, most ez kialudt, vagy ennyire sötét lett?
Julia. Julia.
Na. Szia! Arra nekem is szükségem van. Hogy én irányítok, azt hittem mondani már. Hol van? El fogok tévedni. Hoppá. Lezongoráztak minket. Nem jó fele megyünk. Aha. Jön. Ja. Ja. Szia! Eltévedtünk, kész. Most utózunk? Mi vagyunk ilyen kicsik? Igen. Kösz.
Oh, yet another nightmare. She entered my dreams once more. Maybe she wants to talk to me. What am I saying? Fairy tales coming true. Yet I feel... No, these are the thoughts of a crazy person, and I'm not crazy.
Ö...
Oh, damn it, what's all this blood? I'm not due yet, and there's a lot more than usual. What's happening to me? Am I going to be joining Martha sooner than I thought? I have to wash up and do what needs to be done. If I'm sick, I have little time. The truth awaits me. It must be hidden within those rolls. Well, if I think I can go out in this state, maybe I am actually going crazy. That's better. But I still don't understand all of that blood. That's never happened to me before. But I'm not going to tell my doctor. Otherwise, he'll make me stay in bed and rest. The elegant dress. No, I'll never hear the end of it from Mother. It's very rude, but I could pick up the phone and listen to their conversation.
How are you doing today, Rennie?
I'm worried, Father. Very worried. We found more partisan tracks in the woods, right next to the house. That Lapo, I suspect he may be involved in the death of...
No, please don't say that. It's not possible. I know the boy and I don't...
Father, anything is possible in these dark times. Anything. That boy didn't even come to say goodbye to Julia. Didn't they love each other dearly?
He must be terribly scared, and Julia always used to say that.
Yeah, sure, she used to say they were just friends, but you know too, right? Friends are not supposed to do such things, Father. Or are they? But anyway, you're defending them both. You, my husband, and even the nanny, who, deep down, is a good woman.
The nanny. I believe the nanny is the one who hurt Julia. With her evil passion for those cards, they are cursed things. I hope you made them disappear.
Of course. I keep them safe in my room. Anyway, you must forgive me, Father. I have to go. They've come to pick me up. Have a good day.
You too.
Lapo's involved in Martha's death. My mother is losing her mind again. How could anyone even imagine such nonsense? And Don Attilio, he is a great friend, but what a weird view. Those cards are just a game, but most importantly, they're mine. Why on earth did they take them from me?
New ordinance for the safety of citizens. From this moment on, it is forbidden for anyone to leave their homes and walk the streets of San Cassiano. All windows, including cellars, house entrances, and doorways, must remain closed night and day. The population are advised to stay in their cellars, or, where these do not exist, churches, and other large buildings. The patrols of German armed forces have orders to shoot at people who are on the street, or who are found looking out of their windows. I shall repeat for clarity. New ordinance for the safety of citizens. From this moment on, it is forbidden for anyone to leave their homes and walk the streets of San
General
Cassiano.
Edict K.
All windows,
New
including
rules on
cellars,
curfew
house
and women's
entrances,
behavior.
and doorways,
German
must
command of
remain
S.
closed
Vincenzo
night and day.
Artori.
The
Telephone number
population are advised to stay in
1185.
their cellars, or, where these do not exist, churches and other large buildings. The patrols of German armed forces have orders to shoot at people who are on the street, or who are found
25
looking out of their
ISO film.
windows.
When the sun is high in the sky, it's perfect.
Ja.
Dear Mother, this is hard, but I have something to tell you. I found out that Julia is pregnant. Go to the lake tomorrow morning at 7 and watch her as she bathes. You'll see that her tummy is growing. Martha. What? I'm not pregnant. Why is everything becoming even more confusing? I'm searching for an explanation, but instead I'm left with more questions. Here are my cards. Nanny and I always used to play with them. She would predict my future and I pretended to predict hers. The future was always good for everyone. Maybe when she read them, she saw my true future, which she hid from me. Or more likely, these cards are actually just a stupid game to reassure and deceive oneself with. But deceiving oneself is sometimes necessary. How can we live happily otherwise? Romola, 15th of July 1944. Dear Mrs. Irene, I'm writing to let you know that all is well here at the villa. Thank you for being so considerate and caring. I apologize for the simplicity of the housing you were forced to live in. I also locked the room where the little one used to stay as requested. I've left you the key. It is the one with the pink keyring. Try to stay safe. Best regards, Nanny. Why on earth did Mummy have that door locked? It was my room. What is she trying to hide? Mummy's medicine. Will they do her any good?
Jó, de hol a kulcs?
There are more and more weapons around, and everyone is scared after what happened. This is Mummy's jewelry. She wears them every day, even though Daddy says it's impractical and dangerous to show signs of wealth these days. As usual, she doesn't want to listen to reason and ends up arguing with Daddy until he goes to play war, as she says.
Lépcsőház. Őt most kilódultunk.
The Superior Commander of the German Federal Armed Forces announces 1. Whoever is in possession of weapons or explosives not reported to the German headquarters will be shot. 2. Whoever harbors bandits and/or protects them and provides them with clothing and/or weapons will be shot. 3. Whoever is aware of the existence of any rebel groups or even lone rebels without reporting them will be shot.
Mindenkit kivégeznek, nagyon jó.
Italian workers in Germany. The following rules are in place for workers who voluntarily work in Germany. A commitment of a maximum period of 1 year before returning to Italy. War rages on the Eastern Front, an attack launched by the Soviets after hours of cannonade. The fight on this front has been going on for a long time. Fighting in Normandy. Victorious Germanic counterattack on the road from Perrières to Carentan. Pont Heber reconquered north of Saint-Lô. Many US losses caused by the flying bomb action. Be nice to have you always by my side, even if it's just a picture.
Na jó, hívjuk el.
A lens and a roll of infrared film. They can photograph what the naked eye cannot see. With this lens, everything gets bigger. Blue filter, ideal for indoor photos. Red filter for super high contrast photos. This lens increases the framed area. It allows me to fit more into the image. Orange filter. When there is fog, it improves the image by giving it some contrast. With this lens, I can shoot very close up. A photograph is both the present and the past, like a dead body. I don't know what I'm expecting. Maybe it's silly to think you can capture the soul of someone who has died. Her face can't tell me anything anymore. I know that, really. Her lack of expression scares me. I don't even know whether to keep this blank photo with me or just throw it away. I have to be careful and keep the volume down as I listen. I must go unnoticed. I am meant to be deaf after all.
Ready? Julia? You ready?
Sure, Daddy. I'm good to start.
I've already started recording.
Oh, no, my voice will sound awful.
No way, come on. Didn't you want to study singing anyway?
No. I was young and stupid when I said that.
Okay. Ready?
Go. Oh, how nice. It's the rehearsal for last week's concert. I never heard the recording. But I was right, my voice is awful. Cannot be called singing. Anyway, it's time I develop these film roles. I can't wait any longer. I wish I could just stop time. These images could change everything. I cannot bear the fact that I may have hurt Martha. I would rather die. Damn my head and these memory lapses. It's such a pain not remembering. It's like getting lost inside yourself.
Na, hol a zene?
Here I was running toward the pier, just as I remember. I can't develop the photo like this.
Jó.
Yes, I've undressed and I'm about to dive in. This matches my memory. I'm carrying Martha to shore. I'm trying to save her. My memories, although fuzzy, do match reality. I feel a little better. Now I can find out who really hurt Martha. Maybe I should meet with the White Lady. She might be able to tell me something. Is this crazy talk? Yes, definitely. But what's normal about any of this? Maybe you have to be a little crazy to get anything done.
Hmm. Nézzük végig. Kíváncsi vagyok. Jó, ezt mind sikerült lefotózni. Meg vagyunk. Menjünk fel, legenda. Ez a pipa. Akkor megint mennem kell a tóhoz.
Old photographs that father took of this house. Dante's Inferno illustrated by Dore, always hanging cheery things. This is the centre of our farm, but since we moved here, it hasn't worked like it used to. Security matters, Daddy says. German soldiers. Daddy ordered patrols to be carried out near the house, but how could they have lost a helmet? God only knows.
Los, schnappen wir uns diese...
Soldiers doing? It's dangerous, I know, but I want to follow them and see what's happening.
Mondjuk rész.
Oh God, please no. Lapo, my dear friend. What have they done to you? Your handkerchief was the symbol of what you believed in. At least that is left of you. Dear Julia, are you surprised that I've addressed this to you and don't think you're dead? Everyone calls you Martha now, right? I know you too well. I can never understand why no one else can ever tell you apart. Not even your own mother and father. Martha is gone and I cannot reconcile myself.
Du hast ein Mädchen erschossen, du Idiot.
Scheiße, scheiße, scheiße. Was machen wir jetzt? Sieh mal, was sie um ihren Hals hat. Sie ist eine von ihnen. Es musste getan werden.
Sie ist die Tochter von General Erich K., du verdammter Trottel. Sie war die Freundin von diesem armen Kerl. Oh, verdammt, jetzt sind wir wirklich am Arsch.
Scheiße. Lass uns abhauen.
Aber sie lebt noch. Sie liegt im Sterben. Siehst du, wo du sie getroffen hast? Sie ist bestimmt schon tot. Wir müssen jetzt abhauen, sonst sind wir auch bald tot.
I'm dying, I thought. But strangely enough, I wasn't afraid. In fact, I was almost relieved. When I returned, I found myself once again in the midst of a bad dream. One whose meaning I did not understand at the time. I give you back your words. 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 I give you back your words.
Two sisters were destined to die. Julia, the first sister, and Martha, the second. On Julia's day of departing, identical twins stood before me, impossible to tell apart. They questioned my presence, since they were still so young. Julia must come with me, I demanded, but they both claimed to be Martha. I explained that Martha's fate was soon to be the same, and their games were useless. I didn't have time for it. The war was keeping me busy. But they didn't concede, and instead kept insisting. Can we follow you together? No, impossible. Are you sure Martha will die too? Nothing is certain in wartime. What if the wrong person went with you? Then you would have cheated death. One would die unjustly, and the other would simply be delaying her fate. They discussed amongst themselves, then hugged before one of them came forward. She stared in a determined, almost threatening manner. I guessed it was Martha sacrificing herself, giving more time to her sister. But I stayed silent, not to reveal their failed deception. No one lies to the face of their own death. So I asked how their choice was reached. We drew lots by throwing a medallion, she said quietly. They had trusted in fate. Oh, how naive they were. They knew fate plays by its own rules, which is true, but it is also my ally. Fate never would have allowed the wrong girl to follow me. In that case, my work was done. She must have been Julia. However, little to my knowledge at the time, that blasted medallion had the same name engraved on both sides. Martha's. So, my first assumption was correct. They were too damn smart, and had fooled both fate and me. One thing is for sure. I'll put things back where they belong. I will correct my ignorance and give fate back its blindfold.
This hurts so bad. I can hardly breathe.
Hoppá, ez lefele van a kép. Elbasztuk. Ez van. Hát igen, azt kivkasztották.
I would like to spend a moment with my sister, just me and her alone, before people arrive for the funeral and then take her away. No, my bag is not here. My diary. Lapo's letter.
How is she? How is my daughter? Please, doctor. Please give me good news.
It's a miracle she's alive, Eric, but she will be all right. The bullet passed right by her heart and exited her chest. Unbelievably, it missed her lungs, spine, and heart. She could have been paralyzed or died. But thankfully, she's fine. I examined her thoroughly. She didn't even lose that much blood. She was lucky. And you were lucky, so to speak.
She was lucky that my wife went for a walk in the woods.
Otherwise, she would have bled to death, yes.
I don't know what to say. All of this, it's too much. So much death and suffering. Nothing more.
Don't worry, Eric. She's young, so she'll recover quickly. I'll be here all day anyway.
Thank you, doctor, for everything. Do you mind coming with me to pick my wife up from the cemetery? The funeral will start soon in the chapel.
Of course not. Lead the way.
You know, with all of these preparations for the funeral, Irina wants everything to be perfect. It's her way of coping, so she doesn't have to think about everything going on. She is a woman who has suffered so much. Maybe too much.
Violence against citizens continues in La Romola, and once again General K's family has come under fire. Now it is the life of her sister, Martha.
General Edict K. New rules on curfew and women's behavior. German command of S. Vincenzo Arturi. Telephone number 1185.
The New Zealand troops are advancing slowly. After the Battle of Poggibonsi, on the 18th,
Nets for catching butterflies, poor creatures. I had so much fun with them.
Resistance on the Tuscan hills has been exhausting for the invaders.
Hol lehet a kulcs?
What if the bag is here somewhere? Pervitin again. I feel like these pills do nothing other than agitate her. There's my bag. Thank God. Let's hope Lapo's letter is in there. Dear Julia, are you surprised that I've addressed this to you and don't think you're dead? Everyone calls you Martha now, right? I know you too well. I can never understand why no one else can ever tell you apart. Not even your own mother and father. Martha is gone, and I cannot reconcile myself to that fact. I have to stay hidden, and sadly I can't run to you. Even if I would love nothing more than to hold you tight and cry together. No words. I just want to be close to you. Can we meet in the barn tonight? I will try my best to be there around midnight. Don't be alarmed, but if things get ugly, please remember this number, 6934. He knew he was in serious danger, but what about the letter? I had it in my hand when the soldiers ran off. Mummy found me, and if she's read it, well, she hates Lapo, and now she must know who I am. No, she probably would have left me there to die. She'd rather have no daughter than the wrong one. Before I passed out, I must have put it back in my bag. There is no other explanation.
Azt a kurva.
I have to see beyond appearances. There are those who betray me and speak ill of me, but someone will know how to give me the right advice. I should pick up the phone but remain silent. If I let the caller speak first, I'll find out who it is.
Hello? Mum? Can you hear me? Is there somebody there? Mr. Eric?
It's the nanny. I can confide in her. Nanny? Hello, it's...
What? Hello? Oh my lord. I must be dreaming or something.
No, Nanny, you're not dreaming. It's really me, it's Julia.
Oh my God. Julia, my little sparrow. How wonderful. Sorry, but I thought you were dead. I saw you lying there dead. This brings me so much joy that... Actually, you must explain to me, my little sparrow. What is happening?
I told Nanny everything that had happened. She was sad for Martha, of course, but very happy at the same time. I was the one she had a special bond with. I explained to her that I wanted to try and meet the White Lady, even if I knew it was a silly idea. But she didn't think I was a fool, quite the opposite. She explained to me what I should do in an attempt to meet her. It was complicated. I noted everything down carefully in my diary. Who knows, maybe she did it only to keep me occupied, while deciding what to do with me and who to warn. I won't ever know, though, because that very same day, a bomb struck the villa and she died. They all died. We should have been in that house ourselves, but instead, poor Nanny. Bye, Nanny. I love you.
Goodbye, my darling. I thought I'd lost you. Be careful, my little sparrow.
Martha was taken to the chapel for her funeral. I want to say goodbye to her alone before everyone arrives. Poor little one. He's dead. Poor little guy. His place is by Martha's side. Nanny always calls me Little Sparrow. This is the part of me that died with Martha. It'll be safe next to her. Here, Martha. This is my heart. Carry it with you. I'm starting to understand how painful your condition must have been. Not being able to properly communicate with anyone is becoming increasingly difficult. I envied you, but I did not see your suffering. I did not understand your courage. I miss you so much, Martha. I'm not worthy to dress in your clothes. Commune of San Casciano, Province of Florence. Death certificate. From the Register of Death Certificates of this commune, number 174, Part 3, Series 12 of the year 1944. It is certified that on the day of the 16th of July of the year 1944, Julia Kay has died, resident of Via Perciabaya, born in La Romola. On the 26th of February 1923, the daughter of General Erich Kay and Irene Kay, Don Attilio D will give the funeral, and the esteemed Mr. Alberto M, who will look after the burial in the cemetery of La Romola. Telephone number 6537. The official state civil service. General Galeazzo T. Holy water. It's only water, and yet there's something special about it. There's only a few signatures from my funeral. If people had known that it was actually Martha, there would have been far more. I'm sorry that I took this from you too.
Na jó, itt folytatjuk.